Sorrel, it's been 5 minutes. Where are you? Bro, let me poop. Damn. What happens when a date with your dream guy turns into your worst nightmare? Pulsatio Cordis is a game where you discover more about your crush than you ever wanted to know. Lev is the perfect guy. He pays for your dates, saves you from being bullied, and he accepted your confession at school. But he's hiding a dark secret. Just how deep his feelings really go for you. Alright folks, if you are sensitive to disturbing content or you are under the age of 18, please click away. I recently moved back to the town where I spent my childhood. We've only been back a few months. My parents ran into financial troubles, so we sold our house and moved back here. Can't say I'm complaining. The city has its own ups and downs, and to be honest, I couldn't really get along with a lot of the kids at my old school. It feels so weird to how everything's changed since I was gone. Many of the shops and buildings I used to visit as a kid are gone, torn down, or replaced. More importantly, there's the people at my new school. I remember them from primary. I was even friends with some of them. Of course, you can't leave for 8 years, come back, and then expect everyone to acknowledge you like they would have back then. It's also interesting, I like that the affection meter is very visible. I know that some people like to make it very either completely non-visible or very hard to tell, and personally, as someone who's interested in making games, I've flirted with the idea of both, like having a visible meter and then being that one asshole who makes it really hard for people to know what the right choices are, but I like that. And I also noticed that the writing's a lot better. Not that it was bad before. It wasn't bad, but it was kind of that cliche, oh my gosh, you know, you're getting bullied, da da da. It feels more well-rounded, maybe like a little more adult. The excitement of a new student in our year group fizzled out quickly. Soon I went from being coddled by all the popular kids to barely even existing. You gotta maintain your social position, you weren't putting in the work. So now I usually sit in a secluded corner of the school field, doing my best not to make it obvious that I'm sitting alone. Sometimes I'll talk to someone in class and get them to let me join their friend group, but it never lasts long. Aw man, that's so awkward. Honestly, it feels kind of demoralizing. Well, I know it sucks when you're in school and you don't have control over that, but being alone can be really nice. It's not as if I'm being outright bullied, but that almost feels better than just being ignored. Are you sure about that? Because as someone who's done both, I would definitely take being ignored over being bullied. I usually try to stay out of people's way, but when there's trouble, I can't help but want to get involved. Okay, moral protagonist. Sure, maybe I just want the clout that could come from exposing some conspiracy to blow up the school, or or some secret-led drug trafficking ring, but alas, I'm not that lucky. Ah, that reminds me of all the bomb threats I used to fantasize about calling into my old workplace. At one point, when I tried to defend a junior who was being harassed for the despicable crime of blocking off someone's locker, I was paid back dearly. They threatened to spread rumors about me all over school about my opinion on moving back. People would think I was shallow and spoiled, preferring the big city to our quaint little town, that I was calling it a shithole. It probably is a shithole. It would have ruined my reputation. It doesn't sound like you have much of one in the first place, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. But someone saved my life. Here it comes. His name was Liev Latane, head boy of our school. I can't pronounce French words, don't ask me. I've been over this. We've been over this. Friendly to everyone, easygoing, polite. Everyone at school looks up to him. I love the little romantic music cue that they just put in. Everyone at school looks up to him, and not just because of his personality. He's also, like, the smartest guy there, and according to a lot of people, insanely attractive. Myself included. But that's besides the point. One day, I approached him in the hallway. I felt nervous, but desperate. The people targeting me had blackmailed me into not reaching out to any faculty for help. I didn't know what else I could do. Well, I would definitely not ask a popular kid, but I gotta give you props. You know, kudos for that gamble. But his kind smile helped. I'm just remembering what this game is. I got immersed in the story for like a hot second, and then I was like, oh wait, self-awareness moment. But his kind smile helped me calm down, even if only a little bit. And so I told him about what was happening to me. All I expected was advice. I knew Liev was a busy guy, but he told me not to worry and that he would take care of it. Should I just go full-blown American, just not even try and pronounce it? Liev. Because, like, if it's in Russian, it almost, like, if we were going to try and transliterate it, it would be L-E-V, Lev, and I just usually just say Lev instead of Liev. Liev. Blah, 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 blah. A few days later, I found out a further investigation was carried out. They discovered the bullies had been smoking on school grounds, which led to them being expelled. Damn, you can't even have a ciggy in school anymore. These new gens. Liev hadn't just taken care of the problem, he'd made sure it would never spring up again. He was the first person in school to really care about me. I should have left our name as Quinn. Oh well. I think that must have been the day I got a crush on him. Ah, yes. Our classic background also found in Klein AI. That's a good game. You guys should go check that out. I forget the exact name of it, but yeah, it's just a game about you getting an AI. He's hot. It's also a yandere game. If that adds any appeal to you. I left a Oh my lord. I left a letter in his locker today. It's probably gonna be in vain, but best to be honest with my feelings, right? If he rejects me or doesn't respond, oh well. I can cry about it over the weekend and then get over it. I'm used to that kind of treatment by now anyway. Huh? I turned on my phone and saw a new message from a number I didn't recognize. I also like the new font, it's cute. Hi, is this Sorrel Jones? It's Liev from school. My heart skipped at the message. I gotta stop ad-libbing this stuff. My heart skipped at the message before I shook my head to clear it. It could just be a prank, I told myself. This was way too good to be true. I mentally debated whether or not to answer it. Eventually, curiosity got the better of me and I typed out a cautious response. Yeah. I don't want to sound rude, but how did you get my number? That's a good question. There were two possibilities here. Oh wait, did they leave their number there? Either Liev had found my attempt to confess hilarious and he was getting his friends to prank text me, or it was really him. I found myself wanting to be optimistic that it was the latter. From what I knew of him, he seemed far too mature for that kind of stuff anyway. His reply came within seconds of mine. Ooh, he's desperate. You gave me your number in your letter today. Haha. That's what I thought. My face flushed at the reminder of that stupid letter, of the fact that I'd given him my number on the off chance he would actually respond. I'd been alternating between severely regretting it and feeling relieved that it was off my chest, and now... Oh, right. Lol. Sorry, I was just a little worried. It's okay, I should apologize too. It's always weird when you get random messages from people who aren't your contacts. Yeah, because our protagonist could definitely relate. Probably getting lots of messages just by the boatload. Yeah, but it's okay. Was Liev actually using an emoticon in his text? I didn't know why, but I found that kind of cute. He'd always struck me as the proper texter type, always using correct grammar and spelling. As I sat there, doing my best not to fawn over the fact that freaking Liev Latane was texting me, my phone pinged with another message. Is it Latane or is it Latane? Latane. I don't speak French. So, ooh, are you free tomorrow? Absolutely. What? Was he serious? Was Liev freaking Latane? Why do I have to say his name so much? Why? Why? Was he actually asking me out? Wait, but I asked first. That would make it him accepting my confession. Wait, what if he meant something else by that? What if he just wanted to hang out with friends? Oh my god, dude, you're a dunce. What if I stopped myself before I could go on a ramble of paranoid thoughts? This was the most popular guy at school, for God's sake. The guy I'm currently crushing on. I had to take the opportunity before it disappeared. But first, Still in a mild state of disbelief, I made sure to confirm that it was indeed a date. Yeah, I am. Just to check, this is a date, right? Not just a hangout? Hey, call me overly paranoid, but I wanted to know now rather than later to save the disappointment. I briefly worried that he would take a long time to respond, but mere moments later my phone pinged again. Of course it's a date, silly. Why wouldn't it be? Okay. I can't believe it. I'm actually I'm going on a date with Liev Latane. I can't fucking say his name. The next day. I'm finally here, after a 10-minute walk from the station. Here at Cotta Park. It's cute. Across the road until I'm in front of a big gate with an archway. Liev and I decided to go to the amusement park for a date. An hour's train ride away. Our date. No matter how many times I repeat those two words to myself, I still can't quite believe that they're true. That this is really happening. I thought that the train ride would give me time to get myself together, but somehow it's only made things worse. It only made me think of more ways this date could go wrong. I can't wait for all the dirty shit. The, like, fucked up parts. And my family's teasing remarks before I left the house didn't help either. I'm surprised he told them. What if I accidentally spill something on him while we're having lunch? What if he makes a joke and I ugly laugh? What if I throw up on him while we're on a ride? What if... You get the idea. As of now, I'm having a lot of second thoughts about this. And my feet move my body as if on autopilot. Looks like Disneyland. I walk through the entrance, scanning the area for Liev. Speaking of Liev, I finally got around to actually adding him to my contacts, under his actual name rather than unknown. He'd sent me a cute text this morning, and I'm a little ashamed to admit that I read it over and over again on the train. Good morning. I'm very excited for our date. See you soon. Taking a deep breath, I do my best to calm the racing beat in my heart. I can't have him seeing me panic over a date like a love-struck schoolgirl. I look around, doing my best not to make it obvious that I'm looking for someone. Searching for a hand waving me over, listening for a voice calling my name, something. It dawns on me that I have no idea what he looks like outside of a school setting. I consider sending him a text to ask where he is. I turn on my phone, seeing a new message from him. Hey, I can see you. Oh god. Look beside the leftmost ticket booth. I look towards the spot he pointed out and see someone waving at me. Imagine it wasn't him. I walk over. Doesn't even make any sense. I do my best not to think about my still racing heart. As I get closer, relief washes over me briefly at the realization that the person in front of me was indeed the person I'd expected to meet. I was thinking like maybe you get catfish, but that doesn't even make sense. I mean, you know the dude from real life. But then the relief is replaced by a crushing nervousness. There he is. Liev Latane, the most popular guy at school. And my date with him has officially begun. I think they definitely updated the sprite. It looks like crisper. More detailed and, you know. Hey, what's up? Jeez, I would be nervous too, bruh. I feel nervous as not even me. I'm not gonna survive this. What do I say? Oh, shit. This guy. Oh, he didn't like that. Wow. Wow. Okay, I mean, is everything gonna be a quick time event? I'm just trying to think. My playthroughs recently have been a mess. Do I want to play this through with whatever ending I get? Because there are 7 freaking endings. You know? So I'm not gonna get any affection, as you can clearly see in the top corner. I'm gonna try and be faithful to it, though. I'll just put that there. I'm gonna go back and I'll, like, save it. I'll have that choice there. Here's what I'll do. I'll be honest with whatever choices I get. And then after we get that, we can go back and try and get, like, the most aggressive affection ending and so on and so forth. And if I can't figure it out, we're gonna use a guide, because fuck it. Alright. You're not gonna let me go back? The hell? Maybe it's an autosave? Oh man, okay, see if I can get past it up. Yes. Shiot. There we go. Nice. Oops. That is so fucking unfair, but anyway. We'll just load from where we were. I mean, I guess. I want to sink into the ground. Of all the things I could have said, I said that? Seriously. It's my fucking fault. Am I in year 4? That is, the sky looks positively lovely today, you know, because up is positive, or was it positive as up? Anyway, I'm good, thanks. Say, how are you back? Say, how are you back? But like an idiot, oh my god. No. I just stand there, staring at him silently as my throat closes up. Are you okay? You seem a bit freaked out. I'm okay. Totally peachy, like a... God, this is cringe. Like a peach mango pie. Damn it, shut up already. I want to disappear. The first few seconds of this date and I've already messed up. The words echo in my head over and over, taunting me. Liev looks quite baffled at my out-of-nowhere ad-lib. He looks terrified. What? Like you just walked up with, I don't know, food on your face or your fucking pants unzipped or something. But then a look of realization comes over his face. You're shaking. Is something... That smile's kind of creeping me the fuck out. Like, I mean, it's one thing if I was going into this blind, which, you know, somewhat I am, somewhat I'm not. From what I recall, his reveal is kind of, like, interesting, for lack of a better word, but anyway. I'm getting ahead of myself. Hey, I have an idea. We still need to get our tickets to the park, but once we get in, we can walk around the garden until you're feeling better. Does that sound good to you? The idea of having to talk to anyone, let alone a park employee. I forgot the main character here is like social anxiety. It's in the description. It sounds overwhelming enough, but it would only be for a short while, and this would be better than trying to take a stroll through a busy urban street. So I nod, not trusting my voice. That zero is just staring me in the face right now. Okay, shall we then? I swear to God if it's another quick time. And so we head to the booth to buy our tickets. Let's go Disney. I pull out my wallet, intending on paying for mine myself, but Liev stops me, shielding my hand with his credit card. So heroic. You don't... But Liev shakes his head. It's okay. You asked me out, so it's only fair. I feel like it's reverse logic, isn't it? The person who asked him out is supposed to pay, but whatever. I'm about to argue his logic, but he smiles reassuringly at me as if to say that it's no big deal. Sensing that he's not going to budge, I sigh and tuck my wallet safely back into my bag. Part of me feels relief that I'm going to be saving money today and that I won't have to talk to anyone right now. The clerk hands us our tickets. Sweet. Have a good date, you two. I blush profusely, and I notice that Liev has some rosiness blooming on his own cheeks. I guess that I can count that as a win. I saw the head boy blush. It's cute. Oh man, yeah, they really updated the backgrounds. The garden is gorgeous. Rose bushes line the pebbled pathway, and archways made of greenery and flowers greet us as we stroll past. I've calmed down a bit from my earlier panic, but I still can't get the words I'd said out of my head. Yeah, me neither. The sky? Seriously? I couldn't have started the date off in a worse way. Liev and I haven't really been talking, and honestly, I'm fine with that for the moment. Sometimes it's just nice to take in your surroundings quietly. Inevitably, someone does speak, and it's Liev. Are you feeling better? Yeah. Sorry, I just get like this sometimes. And sorry for acting like a bit of a smartass earlier. I just blanked and didn't know what to say. There's no need to apologize. I get it, really. People blurt out things when they're nervous. And you know what? I actually found it pretty funny, but I didn't want to laugh in your face. I thought that'd make you feel worse. I breathe a huge sigh of relief. I'm glad you found my dumb joke funny, at least. Is that something you struggle with? Being self-conscious? Yeah, I hate it. I really do. This is the worst it's been in a while. Jeez, I've never actually told anyone that before. I don't tell them that I don't have many people I can tell that to. I don't really want to worry my parents, and therapy would just be another cost to worry about. I'm sorry. I remember what happened with those guys that were harassing you. Does it have anything to do with that? No, though that incident really didn't help matters. Oh, please stop opening your eyes like that. God, I got jump scared when I looked up for a second. I'm not cut out for horror games, let alone frickin' random visual novels. Ever since I moved back to that town, it feels like the people I knew when I was younger don't even exist anymore. Well, I get that, and I kind of feel like they really don't, and people change. You'd be surprised how much can change in a couple years, let alone 8. It sounds self-centered, but I thought they would at least mention something. Something from the past. One good memory they had with me. It would have made me feel like the childhood I had wasn't just a nice dream. I mean, yeah, but they had their own lives while you left, you know? You can't really expect everything to stop and wait for you to get back to start up again. But, of course they didn't. Hell, they probably don't even care about that stuff anymore, right? What if I'm just a weirdo? Oh my god. What if I'm just terrible at fitting in? Everybody is like that, and by extension, that means no one's weird, because everyone is, you know? Just like everyone's unique, but at the same time no one is, because everyone is. Paradoxes. I'm really sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry I just keep yapping through these playthroughs. I didn't mean to ramble like that. No. Look, listening to you talk about your feelings will never be a problem. I'm here to be your unpaid therapist anytime. Exactly what he was basically saying. Not for me, anyway. I never knew things were so bad for you. I'm sorry that you feel so out of place. High school can really change people, sometimes for the worse. Peer pressure can turn even the nicest person into someone unrecognizable, all because they wanted to fit in that badly. In the end, that person might end up completely shedding everything they can of their past self. Still, that doesn't make it right for those people to pretend like those relationships never existed. They were still your friends. You still shared those memories with them. Though, if they're clearly not interested in rekindling things, you can't force it. That's just the way they feel. It's also just a waste of energy. If they don't want to be friends anymore, why bother with them? He has a point. I can't waste my worries on people that will never reciprocate. And going back to what I said about peer pressure changing people, these changes tend to come at the cost of the person's mental health. There's such a heavy internal conflict about what they want to be like versus what they have to be like. It takes a huge toll on them. There's a ton more dialogue than last time. Sorrel, thank you for telling me about this. I'm glad you asked me on this date. I'm glad you trusted me enough to tell me about your problems. And you know what? It doesn't matter if those people don't want to be friends anymore. So I'll dick you down because I'm here for you. I'll always be here. To talk, to hang out, to vent, whatever. You can hang out on top of me. I know it's only our first date, but I want to help you however I can. That is so sweet. I'm just waiting for the drop. So, always remember that, okay? This is an anime-ass moment. Even when we're not together at school, you have my number. We can call, text, whatever you need. So what's behind the facade, Liev? And it... Sorrel? What's wrong? What? I'd been so absorbed in what he was saying that I'd forgotten about myself for a moment. When I finally came back to the present, I realized that my eyes have gone misty. I brushed the droplets from my cheeks, a little embarrassed. I can't believe I'm actually crying over this in front of my crush. In public. Sorrel. I'm sorry. Did I say something upsetting? No. Even through my sniffles, the word comes out loud and clear. Sir, please close your eyes a little bit. This is going to be a problem if you keep this up. It's not your fault. I can't get myself to say anything more. Panic begins to course through my veins again. They really do need therapy. People can see me bawling my eyes out. I must look like such an idiot. Thank God Liev seems to understand, because he puts a gentle hand on my shoulder and leads me to the nearest bench. I feel like such a loser, breaking down in front of my crush like this. Aww. So sweet. But if Liev was getting uncomfortable, he was doing a good job of not showing it. He sits there, a constant beside me as I do my best to calm my breathing and dry my tears. He frequently casts me worried glances but remains silent, understanding of my need for space. Eventually, I'm able to regain my bearings and take deep, controlled breaths. Only then does Liev speak again. Everything all right? My voice is a little hoarse, but at least it's there when I reply. Yeah, I'm okay now. That's good. I'm glad. Do you need anything? Of course, it's at that moment that my stomach decides to grumble. I flush in mild embarrassment, but it's nothing compared to what I just made him sit through. Maybe some food. Oh, here we go, guys. Just gonna give a little hint. Something, last time I played this game, something happened around this time, but let's just go ahead and see. Okay, I agree. Let's go find a place to eat. Hold on. Liev? Yes? Thank you for comforting me. Aw. Of course. It's the least you deserve. Yeah, I deserve a lot more. I don't really understand what he means, but Liev has been such a kind person to me. Well, he is head boy after all. He does need to treat his fellow students nicely. I know the creator said this is based off of New Zealand high school, but I'm just thinking of Harry Potter, so I guess maybe New Zealand schooling is based off the British or something? Possibly? The thought that he's only doing this out of a sense of duty causes insecurity to pool in my gut. Bro, I get it, but he's on a date with you. I mean, he'd be a pretty bad date if he just let you cry by yourself. Regardless, we're still here on a date. Or so I reassure myself. He must like me at least a little bit, or he wouldn't have accepted my confession in the first place. The restaurant we settled on was a quaint building that served Italian cuisine. When we step inside, the smell of freshly baked dough hits my nose, a wonderful aroma that makes my stomach growl. I really can't get behind Italian food. I don't know what it is, like real Italian food? Like Italy? You know, that's good. High quality ingredients, whatever, but I just feel like Americanized Italian food is just so bland. I cover my stomach with a hand, embarrassed. Not again. Thankfully, Liev seems to be distracted by the menu overhead. The menu pretty much only has pizza or pasta options available, with a few yummy looking dessert options. Hey, what are you gonna get? No idea yet. Just like me, huh? There are so many options. Oh, okay, I thought it was gonna be quick time again. What does our good boy want? I don't know. Pizza or pasta? Well, if it's pasta, we can have a Lady in the Tramp kiss. If it's pizza, it's gonna be messy and... yeah, nah, let's just do pasta. Oh, man, I had this question come up last time. I don't remember what he picked. If you get beef, your breath's gonna smell. Carbonara is okay. Seafood, you're also gonna smell like fish. I don't like mushroom. Okay, let's just go vegetarian. I guess I'll get a vegetarian lasagna. Sounds good. I'll get the same. Okay. I feel flattered that Liev is imitating me. Well, either that or he just happened to want the same thing I did. I have a feeling it is not that. I'm pretty sure he picks whatever you pick. Though there's still the issue of the price. I know I have money left over from this week's paycheck, but knowing how they like to gouge prices at places like this? I'll cover the bill. You don't have to worry. Ooh, and he's rich too, okay. What? Seriously, you don't have to. But I want to. It'll be one less thing for you to worry about. Guilt pools in my stomach at the idea that he's spending so much for me. I literally made him sit there while I childishly bawled my eyes out. I guess that is pretty bad, huh? Well, if you get married, it's a cute first date. Reminder. I mean, memory. Well... let him pay! We're broke. We can't afford it. Insist on paying for your meal yourself. Offer to pay for the whole meal. Let him pay. Make his pockets hurt. Alright. Great. Oh, we got 2 affection. Wait, did that happen? Yeah, that happened just now. Nice. Nice. We got this, guys. As we place the order, and I actually managed to look the waiter in the eye and speak properly, guilt begins to settle in the pit of my stomach. Wow, you really just hate yourself for existing. Alright. I swear, the kind of crack that these visual novel creators put in there. Sometimes you see like versions of your past self and the characters and you're just like, Jesus. I hadn't wanted to make Liev take care of everything, but he had insisted it was alright, so I'd accepted the offer. Though he seems to glow as we finish ordering and wait for someone to show us to our seats. It doesn't seem like the idea of paying for everything bothered him at all. He catches my worried gaze and flashes me a reassuring smile. A waiter soon ushers us to a table right by the windows. It gives us a nice view of outside, even if the crowded attractions and rides aren't exactly poetry material. We sit there in silence for a little while. I think of how Liev had comforted me earlier. I'm still a little embarrassed at my show of vulnerability, but I mostly feel like I owe him something now. That sucks. No, I definitely owe him now. On top of paying for admission, he's even paying for my lunch. I haven't been that great with conversation, mostly letting him carry it. Even if he might naturally be better at it, it's not really a date if it's just one person initiating everything. Well, I mean it is, but it's just gonna set up a certain dynamic, and if you're not okay with that dynamic, then you're in for some trouble. With those thoughts in mind, I open my mouth to speak. So, what rides are you wanting to go on? I don't go to these places often, to be honest. I guess whatever's exciting. Curious, I opened my bag and skimmed through a pamphlet that the clerk had given me earlier. They've got a bunch of those kinds of rides. There's the Endeavor, which I'm guessing is a pendulum ride, Fear Factor 10, which is a roller coaster, and River of Doom. Which ones do you like? I guess the roller coaster sounds the most fun, but do you not want to go? You sounded a little hesitant when you mentioned it. Well, a little bit. The last time I went on one was when I was a kid and I was screaming the entire time. That's horrible. Don't worry, we can do something else. I'm such a terrible person because I'm just like, damn, you really can't suck it up and go on the ride, but I mean, I get it. They're like socially anxious and probably just afraid of heights, and that's totally normal. What about the other rides? You can still go on the roller coaster if you want. I'll just wait for you. He's never gonna accept that, are you kidding? No. I mean, this is our date, isn't it? What's the point if you're not having fun as well? There he was, trying to accommodate for me again. Guilt simmers in my stomach. Sorrel, what about the others? I really don't mind. If we didn't settle on doing something, then we'd just end up wandering around until the end of the day. Besides, Liev had done something kind for me. It's my turn to do something for him. You're just gonna upset him. Okay, whatever. Wait. I changed my mind. Let's go on the roller coaster together. Are you really sure? Yeah, I'm older now. I'm sure I'll be able to handle it. That's great. And... aww. That is so cute. If you do get scared, you can always hold on to me. Predictably, my cheeks flare up. That is so cute. Even if the idea of being on a roller coaster again turns my stomach, given who I'm gonna be with, it might just be worth it. I mean it. If it helps, I don't mind, okay? Oh yeah, he definitely doesn't mind. Yeah, okay. It's then that the waiter approaches our table and serves our appetizers and drinks. Yeah, our appetizers. Apologizing for the long wait. I hadn't even noticed the time passing by, but I'm also glad to finally have something to eat. We have a plate of arancini to share between the two of us with a side salad. Each ball has been sliced in half so the filling is visible. Actually sounds kinda good. I take a piece and take a bite. Crunchy, cheesy, warm. It hits all the right spots. The rest of the half quickly disappears. Is it that good? Let me try. This is delicious. Thanks for recommending it. No prob. I have an aunt that brings these over sometimes. Her recipe's a bit different, but I love them too. I've been looking for a new recipe to learn, actually. So he cooks too. Wow, he's just perfect, isn't he? Any chance I could steal it off her? Wait, you cook? Yeah, it's a little hobby of mine. Against my better judgment, I start imagining a situation where we're a couple living together in an apartment, maybe somewhere in Auckland. One weekend morning, I'd wake up and head to the kitchen, still half asleep. And Liev would be at the stove, cooking breakfast for the both of us. I'd wrap my arms around him from behind, lean my head on his shoulder, and then he'd turn around to kiss me and say that breakfast will be ready soon. That's cute. With his eyes closed, looks like he's imagining it at the same time as well. Sorrel? Sorry, were you saying something? I shake the fantasy out of my head. How ridiculous. For one, we would never be able to afford a place in Auckland. For two, we're on our first date. Why am I already imagining us living together? I get the feeling he's imagining a lot worse. Nothing, you just look like you were spacing out. Are you okay? I'm fine, no need to worry. You were saying something about cooking being your hobby? Yeah, I find it relaxing and practical. I'm in the cooking club at school, though I don't usually have time to go to meetings. But enough about me. What about you? What do you like to do outside of school? Here we go again. I'm just a loser. No, I'm just kidding. Let's try not to blank out this time. I guess I like... Though my voices sometimes shake from nerves, I find it surprisingly easy to talk to Liev. He listens to everything I say attentively, occasionally making insightful comments about the subjects I bring up. When I bring up the fact that I play piano, something flashes in his eyes, but he merely smiles and says that he thinks it's a pretty instrument. It wouldn't surprise me if he was learning it. He just seems like a classy guy. When I've finished rambling, Liev grins, amazed. I never knew you had so many cool interests. I can't believe we didn't go on a date sooner. Flattering. Does he really think that highly of me? A flush threatens to burn up my cheeks again. Thank you. And sorry for talking about myself for so long. Don't apologize. I really like listening to you. I do my best just to hide how much that small comment is affecting me. This is the first time someone at school has said that to me, and it's the head boy of all people. So what about you? What do you like to do in your free time? Oh, I'm nobody special. Don't say that. You do so much around the school. I've told you about myself. I want to know more about you too. Alright, ask me anything you want. Now's my chance. Do not give me another quick time. Alright. That was only one quick time, I'm assuming. Do you have any siblings? Got any pets? Where are you from? Favorite food? Why did you pick me? Small possible spoiler. I am deranged. Last I could recall, this sent him into territory, so I just want to skip straight to the juice. Why did you pick me? It was a question I'd had on my mind ever since yesterday, and now I've asked him. Oh, shit's about to get real. My mind races with hundreds of possibilities, most of them nonsensical, some straight out of a teen romance novel. But none of them can even begin to ease the anxiety building up within me as the question is finally said out loud. Still, I want to know. I need to know. Sorrel, why do we even need to ask? It's obvious. You're kind and brave, empathetic and considerate. Oh, why wouldn't I fall for you? He is so cute. That's not what I mean. There are so many other people in our year with their eyes on you, Liev. So many who are also kind, brave, considerate, empathetic, and actually have a presence at school. Well, let's think longevity. I know these are high schoolers we're talking about, but who really gives up where you are on the high school pecking order? That is not the characteristic you want to choose a life partner based on. It's just my opinion. But they are kids pretty much after all, so... I'm just a random nobody who can barely hold a conversation without panicking. What I'm saying is, out of everyone else, why would you pick me? You want to know the truth? Oh god. I do not want to know. I don't want to know. Keep it to yourself. But we have no choice. Shit's about to get so... I could feel it. I could feel it in my fucking balls. Well, oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. It's because I love you. I knew it. I knew it was coming at that exact moment. Here we go. He saw his eyes. You're the only one for me. You always have been. Everyone else can burn in hell. What? Am I hallucinating? I have to be. There's no way Liev just said those things. There's no way he just looked at me in such a disturbing manner. Sorel, are you okay? Oh my god, gaslight them. Gaslight them. You're spacing out again. I need a moment. I need a moment. It's nothing, it's nothing. I just thought I saw... I want to be honest with them, but what if I accidentally insult him for real? There would be no coming back from that. I think you might be surprised. I just thought I saw something weird. Not the fakeness of his eyes, bro. Okay. He looks unconvinced and I can't blame him. But how do I even begin to explain what I thought I saw and heard? I love how she's gaslighting herself too, that's awesome. I try to clear the air with more small talk. Anyway, the food sure is taking a while, don't you think? Ugh, I know. I just want their heads on a platter. Sorry about this, Sorel. Let's go somewhere else next time. As I'm about to tell him there's no need to apologize, the waiter from earlier practically dashes to our table, setting down a tray of dishes. I'm just thinking how much worse he would be if you guys had, like, kids together. I'm so sorry for the delay again. There was a huge problem in the kitchen and we only just managed to resolve it. Here's a free pack of garlic bread for your troubles. I hope you still enjoy the food. That was supposed to be French and then it... Anyway, let's just move on. No, it's okay. We get it. No sooner had he spoken than he immediately left. Probably horribly embarrassed at having to be the one to serve the delayed food. As someone who worked in a kitchen before, I can tell you they really don't care. They don't care. Well, it depends. If you were nice, they probably do care. But... Oh. Oh my god. Holy shit. What kind of look is that? For real, I'm... Anyway. What an asshole. Can't he see that we were talking? Oh my god. What? Not the abrupt puppy eyes. Don't you see? I know his trick. Acting apologetic and giving you free stuff to get in your favor. But he's the waiter. He has to act like that since we're customers. Thank you, Sorel. Why thank you, Sorel? I don't care. There was a glint in his eye when he looked at you. He was doing it to steal your attention away. I know it. Damn, bro, you didn't even wait like 30 minutes to bust out your possessive ass behavior. What is going on? 1 minute Liev was acting like the sweetest boy in the world and the next he's glaring daggers at the waiter for doing his job. Liev. Huh? Oh my god, I can fix him. I can bring him out of it. My voice is so loud that the few other patrons inside glance in our direction. I lower my voice, but it's no less firm than before. You're making me really uncomfortable with how you're acting. Ooh, you should have not said that. You should have let him just mask off. But whatever. What is wrong with you? Are you okay? I want full Delulu, even though I already fucked up in the beginning. Are you okay? So, are you okay? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. These feelings are almost too much. I want to hold you and at the same time I want to murder everyone in this building. What the actual fuck? Part of me still wonders if I'm not hallucinating, that if I pinch myself I'll wake up in bed and the whole date with Liev would just be a very strange dream. But this, it feels too real. I can is it weird that I think that he's more attractive after becoming crazy? Side note, everyone in this game is 18+. That's what I read on the creators page. I can clearly hear the bustling sounds of the restaurant, smell the food in front of me. See Liev, grinning dementedly. What have I gotten myself into? Ah, the food! We better eat it before it goes cold. Oh, this man. I almost want to admire him like some sort of strange, dangerous animal. Like a moose, you know? Like you want to look at it from afar, but you don't want it to take its antlers and knock a hole in your French sliding doors. There are so many questions running through my mind. I love that she just rolls with it. Just no questions, or yes questions, but doesn't push it, you know? There are so many questions running through my mind, but Liev just goes on as if he hadn't just scared the living shit out of me. By now I've lost all my appetite, but I can't afford to waste the food. Yes, you can. It's his money. Especially not food that someone else paid for, even if that person just so happens to be batshit crazy. Alright then. Good, maybe I can ask him questions while we're eating. Played off as me wanting to know more about him. That's smart. Hey, Liev. Yeah? I'll never get tired of saying your name. That is so cute. The contrast between me and the fucking main character. He might have been trying to sound romantic, but his words only send a chill down my spine. Is it alright if I ask you some more questions? I've always wanted to know more about you. Sorrel is so sweet. That's so Japanese of you to say their name instead of just saying you're so sweet. So-and-so is so sweet. Of course. Ask anything. Anything you want. Okay, so I was just wondering. You just had to ask how he disposed of him. What exactly happened to those guys who were harassing me? How did the school figure out that they smoked? Sorrel, you shouldn't concern yourself with them anymore. I'm not concerned, just curious. I want to know what evidence they found. You're so smart. You want to know the truth, don't you? Shit. He saw right through me, but I can't act scared. So I just nod. The truth is, I forged it. So we got people expelled over a lie? It was easy. All I had to do was bribe them into holding on to a pack of cigarettes. From there, it was simple as reporting them to the dean. Apparently the fools couldn't even keep their word. The dean found used cigarette butts in their lockers. And they were gone. Just like that. Look how proud he is of himself. Can't have a bunch of smokers tarnishing the school's reputation, can we? How did she not suspect you? He's the head boy. Why would she suspect him? She could never suspect the righteous head boy who had reported them in the first place. Why? Why? Why go so far? Because it was all for you. I would do anything for you. Anything. Had you asked, I would have slaughtered them like they deserved. How can you say things like that? They might have been horrible, but they're still people. You understand the meaning of what you're saying, right? Oh, I understand perfectly well. But I don't care about them. They're insignificant to me. He can't seem to see the situation from my point of view. These are real people with their own lives, their own families. It's horrifying to imagine being the reason for someone losing their child or sibling. What if that had been your friend? He doesn't care about anyone but you, babe. It's the same difference. I would kill them for you too. And make them suffer for it. You would kill your own friends for me? They're not really my friends. They're just high-status shields. If I'm nice to them, they'll shut down anything bad others might say about me. Meaning people can trust me, and thus be useful to me. Everything I've ever known about Liev is crumbling to dust. Was this who Liev truly was all along? Hiding behind a handsome face and a kind smile? Sorrel, are you scared of me? Of course not, babe. Who wouldn't be? This is who I really am. I can't hide it from you anymore. Pouty face. Do you hate me? Do you think I'm a monster? Bro is about to break down. You thought you were unstable crying on the first date. He just saw that and was like, let me match your freak real quick. That's not it. I just have commitment issues all of a sudden. And I suddenly need a therapist. I need to heal by myself. I should report him to the police. He's just given me a detailed confession of an actual crime, not to mention his current demeanor. But given how easily he'd been able to fool the dean, I doubt that's even an option. And speaking of his demeanor, how do I know that I'll live to tell the tale? I don't doubt that he's capable of murder, given how intelligent he is. But at the same time, he keeps insisting that he would do anything for me. Why would he be willing to go so far? Unless he plans on using me too. All at once, everything is too much. My heart pounds against my ribcage, and sweat pools on my palms. Oh man, I think they're gonna have a panic attack. It's even worse than the episode from earlier. The world feels like it's spinning out of control. What am I gonna do? What the hell am I going to do? I vaguely register Liev taking me out of my chair and towards the exit. That's not good. Instinct screams at me to struggle, but anxiety renders me a marionette of my own panic. I'm helpless as Liev leads me out of the restaurant and onto the park grounds. Just imagining he puts her on the roller coaster. When I come to, I look around and find myself back in the gardens. The place where Liev had pretended to feel sorry for me. Speak of the devil. He's sitting beside me, keeping his distance, but no less of a looming threat. Are you feeling better? How can he act like a concerned boyfriend right now, when just minutes ago? Why did you bring me here? Because you were panicking. I wanted to bring you somewhere quiet, somewhere you could calm down. You think I'll believe you when you were just talking about killing people? How do I know you won't try to kill me as well? No, I wouldn't kill you. I could never. Then why do you act like that? Sweet one moment and then murderous the next? Are you trying to trick me? I just wanted one good day. One good day with someone who liked me. I do like you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I always have. No wonder I'm so gullible that I actually believed the most popular guy at school liked me. I guess I can only blame myself. Stop saying those things. You're so perfect. Perfect. I've watched you. What? The way his eyes went from pinpricks to just, yep, cheery usual self. You say you're nobody, but that isn't true. You're so kind and considerate. You pick up other people's rubbish, you feed stray animals, and you even defend people who are being bullied. Given how he's been acting, I shouldn't be surprised, but he stalks me. Just my luck that I'd get an actual crazy stalker as my first date. I don't understand. You should be bitter, like me, but you're not. You're empathetic and understanding and so kind, and what do you want from me? Huh? Am I a charity case to you? Are you trying to shower me with affection so you can show off to everyone how oh so gracious you are? That's not it at all. I don't care about anyone else. You're the only person who matters. Please believe me. All I want is to be with you and to make you happy. And if that means getting rid of a few pests along the way, then so be it. I don't know if I can. What you said here earlier, did you really mean it? Or was that all a lie to get me to trust you? I would never lie to you. Okay, Joe. It really is a shame that you're struggling to make friends. I know from experience. But at least that means no one will get in the way. There's no more denying it. Liev really is just that unstable. I have to think of something. Here comes a quick time. A way to get out of here, to subdue him, something. I'd originally thought of continuing to date him until he slipped up, gave me irrefutable evidence, and then I could report him to the police and prevent him from harming anyone else. That's smart. But with how easily he'd seen through my ruse, would that actually work? And I also can't deny his feelings. No one would be that persistently affectionate if they were just trying to fool someone. And no one would go as far as expulsion and threats of murder. It would have been kind of nice for him to be so devoted had he been a normal boy. Alas, I'm not that lucky. In that case, there must be a way to help him. Or at least, to find him some help. Oh, you cannot help crazy like that, but I just have to get through the rest of this date. Find it now, he might assume the worst. I also have to watch what I say and do. One wrong move, and Liev might stab the next person to glance in my direction. I like the way this is going. You know, it feels like they really try to lean into the realism aspect of what you do if this actually happened in real life, you know? Because it wouldn't just be so easy as getting yourself out of there, you know? Okay. I think I've calmed down now. Let's go do something. We're still on a date after all. Hold on. You didn't answer my question earlier. Do you think I'm a monster? Yes. If I answer honestly, he'll definitely take it the wrong way. If I lie, he might see through it. I swear to God if it's quick time. So what should I do? I'm a save here. You are not gonna get me. Let's just lie. Because if we're honest, it's gonna lower the affection. Be honest with them. Lie. Let us lie through our teeth. Oh. Damn it. Nah, I'm a cheat. Be honest. Nah. Okay. I should be loyal to my initial choices. We'll lie. Lev, why would you think that? Maybe you're a little eccentric, but isn't everyone? I guess he wants you to see him for his true self. You don't have to say things to spare my feelings. I can handle it. This coming from the guy who threatened to kill an employee for doing their job? I don't think so. But I mean it. You're not a monster, but I do have a request. I just hate myself for losing that fucking 2 points. A request? Don't talk about murder so casually, please. Even if you're doing it for me. It ruins the mood, you know? It's scary. Of course. I'm so stupid. Of course I scare you. Of course. Liev, come on. Let's continue our date. Didn't you want to try the rides? I still want to enjoy our time together. Don't you want that too? Of course I do. Good, then let's decide right now. Where do you want to go next? I don't mind. Whatever Sorrel wants, I want. Okay, but if I wasn't a factor in the decision, what would you choose? Well, I wouldn't be here. For the love of God. I wouldn't be here in the first place if not for you, but I guess maybe the haunted house. That actually sounds pretty fun. Do you like that idea? Suggesting that after we just had a talk about scary things? Actually, that seems pretty in character for Liev. But at least he's making the decision instead of deferring to me. Sounds fun. Let's go then. Are you scared? Don't worry. I'll protect you. Yeah, because of all the people I want protecting me, it's you, the fucking psychopathic killer. You can hold on to me if it gets too much. I never understood the difference between psychopaths and sociopaths, so forgive me if I'm using the wrong terminology. Hey, I can handle myself just fine, thank you very much. Let's see this date through to the end. Starting with the haunted house. We arrived there quickly. It's only a few minutes' walk from the gardens. It's styled like an abandoned mansion with dark hallways and dimly lit windows. Liev follows me like a puppy the whole way. Even when this was his idea, he seems to find some weird joy in trailing behind me. Probably because it reminds him of when he stalks you. Before, I would have found it kind of cute. Now it's just unsettling. No offense, but do you have to do that? You know you can walk beside me, there's enough space. It's okay, I just want to make sure that nothing can sneak up on you from behind. How thoughtful. I guess that's a good point, but doesn't that leave us vulnerable to things in front of us? Ah, of course, you're so observant. Don't worry, I'll protect you from all this scary stuff. Liev strides over to stand in front of me, no more than a step away. He's so close I could have taken his arm, but the lingering unease of what happened earlier keeps me from doing so. As if reading my mind, oh lord. Liev holds out his arm, invitingly. I need some water. hold on to me. I don't mind, really. That's all right, I'll be fine. Liev pouts, whispering something under his breath. Oh, Lord. Fortunately, I'm close enough to hear what it is. Aw, no need to be shy. But it's okay. The offer's always open, though. Thanks. Well, I've always avoided haunted houses. There are scarier things out there. Like the guy in front of me. Even if he doesn't mean to scare me, I still can't bring myself to trust him. The best thing to do right now is keep my distance and hope that things won't go badly. Things go badly. Why did I agree to do this? I knew that I don't cope well in these kinds of places. It actually does look creepy. We've already been jumped by a withered butler and a ghost maid popping out from the doors. Somehow, both managed to catch me off guard. And by that I mean scare me shitless. At least Liev is dealing with the jump scares well. In fact, he doesn't appear to react to them at all. Just stares each one down with an impassive expression. How are you doing that? Doing what? Being so calm. I mean, you haven't made a single sound this whole time. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to react, to be honest. Yeah, that does sound sort of... Anyway. It's all fake anyway. I thought people liked guys like that. Do you not? I can act scared too if it helps. It's kind of creepy he only wants to act the way that you prefer, but no, that's okay. I'm just really bad with haunted houses. I thought so, but why didn't you say anything earlier? Because I wanted to try something new. I'm a grown-up now. You don't have to worry so much. Not the most airtight reasoning, but at least Liev doesn't press further. Okay, but if it gets too much, just let me know. Sure. We keep walking towards the end of the hallway, passing by more closed doors. Anticipation builds up for one of them to burst open and something to jump at me. But there's nothing. How boring. Try relieving. It's quiet. Too quiet. Far too quiet. We've reached some kind of cellar now, and nothing has tried to scare us ever since we left the hallway. I swear if he just killed the remaining workers or something. I should have calmed down after having some respite, but the complete silence combined with my unease does nothing to help. Liev is as apathetic to the situation as ever, though he stays close out of concern. At least, I hope that's why. Oh. Oh no. There's that smile again. You know, when we're this close together, I can feel it. I can feel your body heat right against me. He is creepy. It's addicting. So addicting. Oh. Boo. Oh. I actually would rather see you right now, ma'am, or whoever you are. I want to see what he said, though. Bathe in your scent forever and ever. Boo, bitch. Ah! Take his hand, keep to yourself. Well, I already fucking bungled the playthrough, but let's just take his hand. I totally got you. Yeah, you sure did. Are you okay? You're pale as a ghost. Wait. I'll leave you two alone now. Aw, that's so sweet. Are you okay? What? You're actually... What is there to say? I cling tighter to his hand, averting my eyes, letting my actions speak for themselves. Aw. Why? It doesn't matter. Please, do come closer. I don't bite. Not giving me the chance to respond. Oh, he uses my death grip to pull me so that my head rested against his chest. It's okay. It's okay. Nobody will hurt you. I promise I won't let anybody hurt you. That is so sweet if we can just avoid everything else that happened. His scent of light cologne and freshly washed laundry is much stronger here. In other circumstances, it would be comforting. Interesting, we're more tan compared to him. Still, as he wraps his arms around me, stroking my back in a soothing motion, holding me like any normal boyfriend would, his closeness calms my racing heartbeat. Well, at least that's a plus. Your body's not rejecting him, right? Hey, feeling better? You've stopped shaking. I nod, letting my head sink against his warmth. That's good. I'm glad. So glad. Oh, I knew he was going to get creepy. I knew it. Sorry. But now, my own heart won't calm down. Can you hear it? It's beating so fast. So fast because of you. I could stay here forever, holding you. You. And I really thought you would hate me after what happened earlier. I'd been contemplating my feelings for him ever since that revelation, but despite everything, I can't find it in myself to truly hate him. Deep inside, I can only see Liev as someone who's struggling deeply with an intense obsession. In a way, he's like me, obsessing over how I look in front of others, being paranoid over things normal people wouldn't even bat an eye over. Does that make me stupid? Maybe. But all the same, if there's some way I can help him. Liev, you know I don't actually hate you, right? I'm glad. I'm so glad to hear that. I love you. I can't express that enough. My world is so much brighter with you. Is he saying that from his heart, or is it just coming from his obsession? And why am I pondering this stuff in the middle of a haunted house? That's a good question. Sure, it's important, but it's something I'd rather ask him in broad daylight. Yeah, but you can't really control when those movie moments happen, you know? I pry myself out of his arms. He looks at me as if he'd just been snapped out of a deep trance. Let's keep going. We should be close to the end. He pouts, cute enough to almost make me forget the kind of person he really is. Oh, all right, if we really have to. To my surprise, being scared so badly meant that the rest of the journey wasn't as terrifying. Some of the pop-ups still made me jump, but I at least managed to keep myself from screaming again. Still seemingly floating on cloud 9, Liev kept hold of my hand the whole way, pace relaxed as if we were just taking a leisurely stroll. Did you enjoy that? To be very honest, no, I did not. I never want to go to a haunted house again. That's all right. We don't have to anymore. Especially not with that stupid girl around. What about you? It was fine. I don't usually care for things like this. Didn't he suggest it in the first place? Seriously, yeah. I'm just happy it brought us closer together, in a literal sense. I'd at least like for that to happen again. Come to think of it, he seems strangely apathetic to a lot of things that don't involve me. I was just thinking that. Though he is in charge of all those clubs, maybe he only made them for you to join one. Before I can ask him to elaborate, Liev speaks again. Anyway, it's your turn to decide. Where do you want to go next? Well, after such a harrowing experience, I just wanted to be as far away from the place as possible. That gives me an idea. What about the arcade? Yeah, that seems fun. That place would have minimal fear factor, which would come with the bonus of not triggering my or Lev's paranoia. That was the most important part. And that sounds fun. Alright, we can't waste any more time here. Let's go. He tugs on my hand, and I follow him out the door without hesitation. The sunny amusement park is a welcome sight after spending so much time in an enclosed, dark space. Liev is still in an upbeat mood, humming a strangely familiar tune as he swings our linked hands back and forth. I can never really get used to him getting so happy. just being around me. It's a stark contrast to how I was usually treated at school. I guess it is nice. I just wish he didn't have to take it so far. What game should we play? As long as it's not horror themed, I'm down for anything. Of course. But do you have anything particular in mind? Well, there's a claw machine game I kinda like. They have some nice prizes. What kinds? Ooh, he's trying to win a surprise. Mostly just stuffed animals and candy. The stuffed animals are really cute though. I have a couple at home. Wait, what am I saying? I sound like a little kid. Anyway, they have other games as well if you like those better. It doesn't matter. You like it, right? So let's go ahead and play it. He is so fucking cute. I'm just doing my best to block out everything that happened already. Oh, that 4 is haunting me. Wait, so you don't mind that I still... How oblivious can you be? There is a non-zero, if not 99% chance that this man has slept in the room with you while you were sleeping, according to the genre expectations in these games. So anyway, let's just move on. Of course not. Anything Sorrel likes is more than good enough for me. Oh man, I just so cute. I don't know. Maybe I'm being an asshole. Like that's actually things that people do. But when people refer to someone who's in front of them or themselves in the third person, it just gives me that. Oh, it makes me cringe. Oh, okay then. Literally my reaction. It's a little silly for me to be so worried about his opinion, isn't it? Yeah, well, I guess you're just like me. Yeah, you just keep fucking forgetting what's right in front of you. He's never exactly expressed disapproval except for when I'm being self-deprecating. Still. And speaking of things someone likes. So, what do you usually do after school? Besides stalk me, of course. I'd asked him something similar at lunch, but he'd brushed it aside. I bet you I'm dead on the fucking money. How much you want to bet he's going to be honest and he does that? Maybe if we get a high affection point. Be like, yeah, so I used to do this. I used to use like this thing to get your tissues. Yeah, this time, I wouldn't let it go so easily. I guess the usual things. Studying, maybe some revision if there's a test coming up. Yeah, they're totally based off the British. I only hear freaking British people talking about revision. You like to study that much? Sure, you like get bored of it sometimes. I'm sure he's not doing it for fucking fun. I mean, come on. I mean, what do you like to do? Besides that stuff. He stares at me for so long that I wonder if I've offended him somehow. Sorry, I didn't mean to... There is one thing. I recently started learning piano. Huh. So my inkling at the restaurant had been true. But what could have made him want to learn it, I wonder? Oh, really? Yes. You played a beautiful... I fucking knew it. Or she knew it, I guess. You played a beautiful song in the music room the other day. It was a little difficult, but I managed to find it online. Wow, that is creepy. But dedicated, too. I just read what she said. And just when I thought that he'd actually become interested in something other than me. Even worse, the tune he'd been humming had sounded awfully similar to the song I'd been practicing. Thanks? You know when there's those memes on social media of like... being like, I want to live in my boyfriend's skin. I feel like this just describes this man to a T. So, anything else? Have you listened to any good music lately? The way that they're just praying for him to be normal somehow, and they just keep coming up with, nothing. I don't listen to music. So he really is a psycho. What about shows? I don't watch any. Wonderful. Books? I didn't exist before you came along. Only extra readings for school and whatever nonfiction seems useful. I don't care much for the rest. That is fucking suffocating. Someone who only gives a fuck about you. Maybe he's just not into pop culture. Still, it's more than a little unsettling to hear him answer like that. Do you do anything with your friends? He doesn't have real friends, baby. Oh, the light in your eyes became unlit. I always say that I'm busy. It's a good enough excuse. You don't go out at all? Well, he's pretty pale, so... Sometimes, but only for birthday parties and the like. Maybe I should try and do him like monotone. Even then, I leave as soon as I'm able. Oh, You're into parties? That's definitely not something I expected from... No, I'm not. They're boring and a waste of time. Well, that's something we can agree on. I only go if I can use the event to my advantage. He is so edgy. You're so edgy and manipulator Sigma, dude. Otherwise, it's just a bother. You at least like your clubs, right? I mean, since you lead a few? They're useful for scholarships, I guess, but other than that, they don't really matter. Oh, but the athletics clubs has been a little interesting. The word interesting coming out of this man's mouth, I can't even imagine. And what do you like about it? That's where I was able to practice cross-country. I like outrunning the others. It's been a useful skill, very useful indeed. Oh, you're just so happy, aren't you, little ball of sunshine? I'm so happy that you want to know more about me, but that's not important. On the contrary, oh my god, I am getting freaked the fuck out. Close your eyes. I want to know more about you. The things you like, the thoughts you have, everything. He probably... No, that's too far. I'm not going to say that. But, yeah. That's why I started watching you at first. Not the music cutting back in. I liked just seeing you go about your day. Making sure you were safe. I love the mindset on these people because of how diluted and illogical it is. Because it's like, think about the average safety in your average country, right? You may not be perfectly safe. You probably wouldn't want to like go out at night. But for the most part, if you're going to school or work or walking down the street, you're probably okay. But like, I love the vigilanteism of just like, yeah, I'm Batman. Let me just keep you safe. But there came a point where it wasn't enough to be near you anymore. Just now he's fucking stealing my eyesight. I'm literally blocking him with my hand as I'm reading this. Now I want to be totally surrounded by you. If I could see into your mind, know every single thing there is to know, stay with you forever and ever and ever, that I think would make me the happiest person in the world. Just like I said, if he could go to the bathroom with you, he could. If you offered to let him live in your skin, he fucking would take it. It would be like the episode of Futurama where Bender fuses with the Planet Express ship. But that wouldn't work in my opinion. It's not really a relationship. They're so cute being logical or trying to appeal to logic. That's not going to work with a yandere. Remember when I talked to you about my problems? You know you can do the same for me, right? Dude, his only problem is that I'm going to try and be good for the kids. I'm not going to completely be profane. I know I'm cussing up a storm. Anyway. Liev gazes silently at me for a few seconds, considering the question, then nods slowly. Yes? If you want to know more about me, you can ask, okay? But I also want to be able to ask you things. That's fine with you, right? I like how there was no addressing of what he said, which was absolutely psychotic. Of course, I understand. See, this is why I love you so much. You show me all sorts of new perspectives. That's, I guess, the quintessential problem with yanderes, or at least like most representation, is just that they literally don't care about anything but you, which makes them so small-minded. Because he's just blown away by a normal conversation. He wouldn't give a fuck about what you just said if it came from anyone else, but because he's obsessed with you, it's like groundbreaking Isaac Newton levels of discovery, you know? Anyway, this has been a lovely chat, but we should get a move on. Oh, that sprite is gonna be the death of me. Newly invigorated, he takes my hand, pulling me forward. I don't know what I was expecting. I guess I thought that looking into his hobbies would give me some insight on his personality, but he doesn't seem to enjoy anything that isn't purely practical or mildly disturbing. Yeah. Still, I'm glad he opened up about himself for once. The rest of the walk is peaceful enough, though Liev flashes me very frequent wide smiles. Terrifying. Finally, we step through the doors of the arcade. The arcade is bustling with teens our age, engrossed in a game or crowding around the various machines waiting their turn. I just know they could not find a good enough BG and they were forced to hand draw it. Most likely. Don't ask me how I know that. I recognize a few people from school, but I can't quite get up the courage to say hi. And despite being head boy, Liev doesn't even spare them a passing glance. He makes a beeline for the claw machine. Here we are! He's so cute. Would you like to go first? I don't mind. Sure. I insert a coin into the slot and wait for the light to flash green, signaling the start of the game. A second later, my hand is pushing the joystick to and fro. He's so impressed by us, trying to get the claw into the optimal position for pressing the button to lower it. There's a plushie of a character from one of my favorite shows nestled near a back corner, standing out among the other toys like a jewel in sand. If I could just get the stupid claw in the right spot. Sweat builds. He's so concerned. Sweat builds up in my palms as I see that I only have a few seconds left. I do my best to maintain my grip on the joystick. You can do it. He probably meant to be encouraging, but having his eyes on me only makes me feel more stressed. With the joystick right above the plushie, at least from where I can see, I slam my hand on the button. I bet they're gonna lose. Ah, damn. The claw manages to grab a limb, but it's not enough to lift the whole thing. It rises back up, moves to the front, and opens to release a non-existent prize. God, I'm bad at this. That isn't fair! You were so close! What the fuck? I think that's the one thing. I'm not even like most weirded out by this. I'm just simply perplexed because it just really, really shows how unwell he is. Because it's like, there are a lot of yandere characters that I can think of that I don't think they would get really upset at you losing. Like, I could see themselves getting upset at themselves for not getting you your favorite toy, but like, he's mad about the unfairness of a claw machine. Like, he's just really, like, I feel like Lucia or however you pronounce her name, the creator, like, did a really good job of like fleshing out the unhinged aspect this time around with the full game. It's no big deal, Lev. Let's just play something else. No. You really wanted that, right? And it's important. I'll get it for you. Stepping up to the machine, he yanks the joystick around. He's so fucking aggressive. As if testing that it's working properly, before slamming a fist on the button a few times. He's gonna break it. The sound makes me wince. Only then does he shove another coin into the slot, gripping the joystick so tight I thought it would snap off. This is fucking hilarious. His eyes are eerily dull yet intense as I focus on the claw. Because I know this would be really fucking weird to experience in real life too, but for me it's just the absurdity of it all. Like, bro, it's a claw machine. When it finally lines up with the prize, he holds the button down, pinning it like a cat with its wriggling prey. To my amazement, the claw aims true, grabbing my plushie and dispensing it at the front. Oh my god, please stop smiling. Liev swipes it and thrusts it out to me with a grin that's just a little too wide. Here you go. How did you... on your first try, too? I made it less troublesome. What if we become troublesome? You're just gonna... Anyway. I clutch the plushie in my chest, admiring it. Lev looks on, happy that I liked his present. I actually have a fucking friend with that name, so it's really, like, interesting playing a game like that. Anyway, thank you so much. You really didn't have to, and sorry for making you spend even more money on me. Like, I saw one of the yandere games come out, and it was really fucking... like, one of the really, really disturbing ones is, like, too much even for me to play. And it was, like, the same name as one of my friends, and I was just like, nah, that's a little weird for me. Like, yeah, I just can't. Don't apologize. It's not a problem at all. Come to think of it, I had read about a claw machine hack online once. It had seemed cool at first until I found out that it would stay in that mode until undone. Wait, do you know how to reset it? No. Why does it matter? Because someone's bound to notice. What if we get kicked out for messing with the machine? But if you won, you won. We won't if we're quick. You don't understand. Oh my god, dude, who cares? Just let the employee take the blame. They probably would get fired for not picking up a fucking kid's booger off the ground. If not us, some employee's gonna be blamed for something they didn't cause. Which happens all the fucking time. That's not our concern. Besides, they rig these things anyway. True. I'm almost convinced that Lev has an issue with seeing service workers as actual people, but considering how that view seems to apply to everyone else, it's not that he doesn't see service workers as actual people. He doesn't see people as actual people. Like, bro does not discriminate. He just does not fucking care. Okay, think of it like this. What if I was the worker who was going to be blamed? Would you still have done it? No. I couldn't. I don't want you to hate me. You're right, though. I don't understand. Are you really comparing yourself to other people? Damn. Because you're nothing like them. No. Those people don't matter. You're the only person worth anything to me. My attempt at inducing even an ounce of empathy fails miserably, but what else could I have said? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I still have to decide what to do about the claw machine. Do I keep Liev's gift and bear the guilt, or reject it and risk destabilizing him further? What you should do is send him to the pound, but maybe there's a third option? If I return the favor, that might calm him down, maybe? And even if we get caught, then I won't have to face the consequences alone. Just walk away, bro! It's a claw machine! You fucking won the stuffed animal. Someone comes jogging after you, just run out of the park, and then you can have a funny story to tell. At least it's not a quick time. Accept the plushie, reject it, return the favor. Wait, okay. Okay, at first I would say accept it, but then return the favor if it gets me more affection. What did they say again? Consequences. Why don't we return the favor, whatever that means? Oh shit. Stepping up to the machine again, I insert another coin. This time, I aim for the cat plushie in the middle. Indeed, moving the claw is a lot easier than before. When I press the button, it sinks and grasps the prize, dispensing it at the front. Here. I hand him the plushie. Huh? He accepts it, but stares at it like I'd just shown him a living, breathing creature from a long-extinct species. Aw, he's blushing. He stares at the stuffed animal in his arms for a long time, mouth slightly agape. Aw. It's actually pretty cute to see. Sound it out. Take your time. Sorrel. It's cute. What do you want me to say? Oh my god, you basically just asked him to marry you. You mean you done fucked up unless you're in this for the long run. Sorry, do you not like it? Oh no, I despise it. Take it away right now. Despite this, he squeezes the stuffed toy to his chest tightly enough that it could have burst. And I don't want to know what he's going to do to that stuffed animal later. I just have to say that. Had to get it off my chest. And despite myself, I can't help but chuckle at the conflict on his face. Thanks for the sympathy. Oh, no. You know I don't mean that. I'm sorry. Oh, thank you. I love it so much. So much. I'll always treasure it. I guess the one thing with yanderes is, like, you can always count on them to be honest, at least in a manipulative, deluded, fucked up way, you know? They're not gonna lie about how they feel about you if they already got to that point, you know? Always. Okay. I love it so much, I'm gonna take it home and keep it forever and ever and ever. I'll take such good care of it. He kind of looks like a cat. I think they did that on purpose with, like, the top little, like, pieces of his hair. He nuzzles the plushie's head, inhaling deeply. Unwashed fabric. And I'll make sure to preserve your scent so that I'll always have proof of this moment. Bro, if you want them to leave, then you are saying the exact right things. Hearing that makes you happy, right? Tell me it does. Am I gonna have to fucking lie to you again? An uncomfortable gulp seizes my throat. But look at him, like, it's so sad because he doesn't, maybe a part of him, maybe I'm being too naive, but maybe a part of him genuinely thinks you could be like him. Like, he clearly doesn't see something wrong with it, otherwise he'd be hiding it. Like, look at his face. I'm glad you like it. So, have you got a name for it? Nice evasion. Oh my god, you did not name it after me, bitch. Why, Sorrel, of course. Sorrel. Oh, okay. This is just like the scene from Smile 2 when they're taking pictures. I wish it was really you. Then we could be together forever and ever and ever. Nobody would ever be able to hurt you again. Everything would be perfect. Wouldn't you like that too? To be made into a doll? That just happened in, spoiler, bloody painter dating sim, so I think I'm okay. I thought that returning the favor would calm him down, but it looks like I've only made things worse. Go me. It's okay. I'm probably moving too fast. Sir, there will never be a moment in time where I'm okay with you turning me into a living doll, so that has nothing to do with speed and everything to do with events. Yes, because confessing that you're madly in love with the person you've known for less than a day is moving at just the right pace. Well, he doesn't know you for less than a day. He's been stalking you for probably like, what, a year already, or however long it's been since you came back? Probably like 3 months, 6 months, you know? People have gotten married before less. I'm not helping his point. Hey, is there anything else you want to do? We can play their games. Though I try to focus on his question, I'm immediately hit with a sharp sense of dread that someone's gonna notice the tampered claw machine. I think I'm good. Can we please go? Huh? What's wrong? Remember the machine? We really should get going. I didn't want to leave it like this, but... Liev casts a cold, analytical glance to the side, as if scanning for any approaching staff. Okay, whatever you want. Let's go. His reaction to the plushie was so much more intense than I expected. Yeah, and he's only getting more evocative as time goes on. Just what could have caused him to react so strongly? Surely he's received gifts like that before. Surely he's been to places like this at least a few times in his life. Then again, this gift was from the object of his obsession. Of course he would put it on a pedestal. And that's the hope too, right? Like, in normal relationships, you're gonna see those person's flaws after a while and hopefully be able to deal with them. But like, I always just think about Joe from You. And his brain just couldn't comprehend that. It couldn't accept that he wasn't the center of their world. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't think that Joe could ever have a healthy relationship because he's just too deranged. You know? I think they would always try and rationalize away their obsessions, flaws. As soon as we're back in the main area, Liev points out a nearby food cart. Fancy a snack? It'll be my treat. Are you sure? I'm starting to feel like a freeloader. Hey, really, it doesn't bother me at all. In fact, I want to do it. I mean, you were so kind as to give me such a wonderful gift. Of course I would. Well, free food is free food, even if it's from an obsessive stalker. Stalker. Oh god. I hope no one at the arcade saw us leave. Okay, if you insist. Cool. We grab cotton candy from the old vendor, who makes light conversation. Thankfully it doesn't last too long, and thankfully Liev seems to be in a decent enough mood that he actually humors him. The snack vendor wishes us a good date, muttering something about the youngins grown up so fast. Thank you, sir. With our snacks secured, we head off. Man, I wish it was summer. That was sweet of him. I guess so. He seems uninterested. Of course he is. In carrying on with that topic, so my eyes wander, searching for something else to talk about. As I'm distracted with my surroundings, Liev walks a bit ahead of me. My gaze drops to the brown-orange concrete, noticing the little cracks along the path. I glimpse a small white square on the ground. Oh jeez. So awkward when your love interest finds a picture you snapped of them candidly. Crouching down to pick it up, I realize it's a photograph face down. Liev still had his wallet in his hand. I just want to see how far the main character can take plausible deniability if they'll just allow themselves to be completely deluded and keep making up justifications in their mind to solve their cognitive dissonance. It must have fallen out from being jostled around somehow. I know curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction did bring it back. I don't think you're going to be very satisfied. Before I can rethink it, I turn the photo over. The image catches me by surprise. The world around me blurs as I take a closer look. It features... Oh, I was wrong. It features Liev as a child beside an older girl. His sister? The physical resemblance is there. They share the same delicate features, different hair colors, and Liev's eyes have a slightly sharper slant, but those were likely inherited from different parents. But that's about it. Liev's sister beams brightly, cheerful yet refined in her neat school uniform, while Liev, he almost stares past the camera, gaze flat and empty. If it wasn't for the school photo background, I would have thought that the two of them weren't even related. His sister seemed blissfully unaware of her impassive brother, which made the contrast between the two especially jarring. And just what the hell are those eyes? Sorrel? Ah! What are you doing? Nothing. I think you dropped something. I quickly stand up and hand him the photo. He gives it a cursory glance. He's probably gonna toss it in the trash. Oh, this. Forgot I even had it. Jeez. Alright, but if it was a picture of us, you'd laminate it and make like 1,000,000 copies. Huh? It was in your wallet, wasn't it? He narrows his eye at the photo before shrugging and handing it back to me? Yo. It's not important. You can throw it away if you want. I'm psychic. But isn't that your sister? Gives no fucks. Liev says nothing. I think back to the photo, which had raised so many questions. The most pressing one being, what could have given him those eyes? They reminded me of the pictures I'd seen in history of soldiers with blank, unfocused stares. Seeing such a face on a young child. No, let's sit over there. Well, it's either trauma or he was born that way. Or both. He points to some umbrella tables near an empty carousel. Oh, sure, I guess. We sit underneath a blue umbrella, and I stretch out the ache in my legs. Liev tucks his wallet away, smiling sweetly at me. Aren't you hungry? By now my appetite had waned, but I couldn't waste the food. Taking a bite of the cotton candy, feeling it turn to dust in my mouth, I decide to test my luck. Was she a good sister? Why do you ask? He has a point. Why do I care so much about this anyway? Well, because it's abnormal to not care about anyone but one person. I want to help him, but is this the right way to go about it? Asking him invasive questions? I don't think you can help him, but I'm just curious, that's all. I thought the whole point of a date was to get to know someone better. Well, he is kind of a stalker. At least I'm asking him to his face. Ooh. Liev stares at me for so long that I clear my throat, wondering if he'd somehow spaced out. I guess you're right. Rebecca, she was tolerable. She treated me better than my parents ever did, at least. Your parents? They're both awful people. I don't want to talk about them. Rebecca was the golden child of the family. She excelled in everything and everyone liked her. That sounds familiar. I imagine the pressure became too much and she reached her breaking point. As soon as she graduated high school, she left. As in, moved out of home? As in, when I came home one day, she had pretty much vanished without explanation. I think I understand why she left. My parents were forcing their future plans on her, and I must have been a hassle too. That's relatable. But when she was gone, things really truly went to hell. My mother's behavior grew more erratic than ever, and my father began to work longer hours just to stay out of the house. I was left all alone. The day my sister left, my mother hit me, shouted that I wasn't even her son, that she should have left me to die in the street, that she never wanted me anyway. A Fairchild, maybe? Horror and anger thrum in my veins. Oh no, in the street, maybe he was adopted? What kind of person could ever do that to their child? And Liev's words implied that this hadn't been a one-time thing. Maybe he's just dissociating. And you haven't been in contact ever since? She's family, right? Surely there's some way she could fight for custody or something? No, I never saw her again. I don't really care anymore. It's all in the past. What matters is the present and future, and I want to experience it all with you. Well, buddy, a person will never fix you. But let's just continue on. That's why I hope you can stay. I know you're nothing like her or my parents. You wouldn't leave me behind or hurt me like that, right? Oh. No promises. I don't know how to answer. Still reeling from everything I've just learned. That's also just so unfair to put that onto a person. Like, this is one fucking high school student who's honestly probably about to go to college. Like, kind of a terrible, terrible ass time to start a relationship, let alone with someone who is looking to you to be their stability. Was this something Liev had carried for years, unable to express it at the risk of ruining his perfect image? What's wrong? Please don't be sad. I promise it doesn't bother me at all. I'm okay. I'm so sorry. I had no idea that you'd gone through something so Maybe this explained his desperate need for love and validation. Maybe he feared that people he cared about would abandon him all over again, so he did everything he could to prevent any possibility of that happening. I reach out to take his free hand in mine. His breath catches as his eyes go wide, but then he gives me an adoring smile as he squeezes my hand, thumb rubbing gentle circles into my skin. I love you so, so much. I don't need anything else. I don't need anyone else. Anyway, I've talked for long enough. You've barely even touched your food. Remembering the stick in my hand, I finally take another bite, letting the sweet fluff melt in my mouth. With the air a little lighter, it's easier to eat. Love takes that as the cue to start eating as well. We simply sit in a relatively comfortable silence, letting the bustle of the amusement park pass us by. Even so, what I've just learned is never far from my mind. This was a boy who had suffered a grave loss and hadn't been allowed the time to properly cope. It was easy to see how that could develop into a paranoid, obsessive mindset. At the same time, this was all so complicated, and I didn't want to spiral into an amateur psychoanalysis of someone I barely knew. It's pretty mature. So with that in mind, I decide to focus on the now. So, I reckon there's enough time for one more stop today. Since I picked last, where do you want to go? Already? The day's gone by far too quickly. I don't know how to feel about that. For one, this nightmare is almost over. I just need to make it through one last attraction. I love that I literally forgot they're not having a good time. Then I can catch the train home, bolt down all the doors and windows, and think about what to do next. That's funny, they're fighting for their life here, and I'm just, making jokes. For two, well, we've gotten to know each other really well in the course of one day. I missed being able to talk to someone so easily. Ignoring the fact that the someone in question is extremely mentally unstable. Dude, if you ever feel like you got to know someone really fucking fast, almost 9 out of 10 times, I promise you that's not gonna last. I feel like there's a healthy and unhealthy way of doing things, and if you just violate too many social norms in one friendship or relationship, it's for a reason. I should really quit it with acting like he's some kind of freakish alien. He opened up to me about going through some pretty horrible things, so I should at least try to be a bit more sensitive. Yeah, but when it comes to defending yourself? I know, I'm surprised too. Hey, I'd like to end it on a strong note. What did he mean by, oh no, oh god, not the first kiss, that's so fucking awkward. Let's ride a roller coaster. Oh no, fuck. I'd secretly hoped that he would have forgotten by now. But I can't back down. I have to face the music. Do you not want to? We really don't have to if you're not comfortable. I didn't say that, I'm just scared. Very, very scared. Are you still worried because of earlier? Please don't be. I promise I'll be right beside you. And you can hold on to me, again. I wouldn't mind that. Oh. I'm not a kid anymore. There's no need to be so terrified. Logically, there's no way I'd fall out of my seat as I once feared. And yet, no. I'm gonna see this through. I've survived this far through a date with Liev. We've talked a dangerously obsessive stalker out of his murderous urges. What's a few minutes on a roller coaster by comparison? Okay. Let's go then. That's the spirit. I clutch my stuffed toy to my chest, feeling both like a kid trying way too hard to act grown up, and like an overly immature adult, which I guess isn't entirely inaccurate. In a show of support, Liev smiles and does the same thing. Ready to go? Well, it's now or never. And with that, we pack up our things and head off for the last stop of this crazy day. I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. It didn't feel so bad to agree to it before, but now, here, where I can actually see for myself how high the track goes? Oh, that is gnarly, bro. No, I knew what I was getting into, didn't I? So why am I still freaking out? My sweaty toes wriggle fruitlessly against the insides of my shoes. As I wage my internal war, Liev sends me a concerned glance. Are you sure you're fine? You look like you're about to... I'm fine, totally fine, just excited. Excited is all, yep. I know you're lying. In hindsight, what had been the point of pretending? True, this is a fucking obsessive stalker, like, as if he doesn't know all your tells, you know? We're about to get in line. Are you sure you want to go through with this? Absolutely not. Decision paralysis is a terrible thing, and somehow it's then that it decides to set in. What to get for lunch? Nope. Whether or not to hold Liev's hand? Nah. What to do with the plushie? Not then. But whether or not to get on a stupid roller coaster? Of course that's when it happens. No, I can't decide now. I have to think. I have to calm down. I can't do that out here. I have to go to the bathroom. Oh, some bad shit's about to happen. I can't even find myself to be embarrassed at how abruptly I said that. That's how bad this is. Okay, I'll come with you. Sir, no the fuck you will not. No, don't. I mean it, I'm busting. I'll only be a few minutes. No, I don't like that. Dude, do you know how weird you'll look if people see you loitering outside the women's room? I'll just say I'm waiting for my girlfriend. It's true in a way, is it not? I just need you to hold my plushie, okay? They can join Sorrel Jr. Jesus, that sounds so bad. Fine, okay, just tell me if anything happens. I'll break down the door if I have to. I give a nervous chuckle. He's probably not kidding. Oh, he's definitely not kidding. I give him my plushie and he gathers it in his arms beside his own. I better go. See you in a bit. See you soon. I can still feel his eyes burning a hole in my back as I leave. Once I'm finally out of sight, I briefly consider gapping it and heading straight for the station. Bro, he would frickin' jump your ass so fast. What stops me is the memory of Liev comforting me about my fears, constantly giving me a way out. Even considering how terrifying he can be, is it really fair on him to betray his trust like that? Didn't I want to get him help? Oof. Maybe it's just my self-preservation talking. Instead, I follow the signs to the nearest bathroom. Inside, there's just a girl at the mirrors fixing her makeup. I enter the nearest vacant stall and lock the door. I lean my head against the cool wall, finally having room to breathe. I can't believe it. I can't believe I've actually come this far. Am I really going to survive this date? Am I really going to make it home? Well, from the way that you're describing it and the fact that it's a visual novel, probably not. But let's find out. I can't help but give a small laugh. This has been one hell of a day. Again, a short roller coaster ride is nothing compared to what I've already done, to the possibility of getting home safe. What's stopping me from just getting it over with? Yeah, but what if he gets mad at, like, the attendant for you getting freaked out, even though that makes no sense logically? Still, that had been a pretty tall drop. As I debate with myself, my phone suddenly chimes with a new text. I wonder if it's Mama asking how the date's going. Or maybe it's Quentin sending kissy face emojis. No, it's probably just your fucking psycho boyfriend. But then I read it. Sorrel, it's been 5 minutes. Where are you? Bro, let me poop. Damn. 5 minutes is not that crazy, but whatever. Shit, I lost track of time. But before I can even think of a reply, my phone chimes again. Oh no, he's gonna give her a fucking panic attack from being a freako who's texting too much. And again. And again. You okay? You didn't actually need to leave, did you? You're still scared. Sorrel? Answer me. Please. No sooner had my fingers touched the keyboard than he had sent a new message. It would be impressive if not for the context, for real. Context. Fingers shaking, I type out a half-baked reply. I'm just washing up. I'll be back soon. 5 minutes. Barely 5 minutes and he's already spamming me. What the hell? No, just think about when you go home and you're not talking to him. He's going to be constantly blowing up your phone. The second my finger hits send, Stop, because this is reminding me of my fucking ex. Holy shit. My phone rings with a call. No points for guessing who from. Sighing, I answer it. Bro, that is nuts. That is complete and utterly nutters. Hi, Liev. Is something up? I'm literally about to go back. No need to, I'm right outside. No, just no. Absolutely no. His voice sounds strained, as if he'd just run the perimeter of the whole park. Already? Yep, I'll be waiting. He hangs up, leaving me to stare at my screen in silence. Why can't he give me a break? Resisting the urge to curl up and scream into my knees, I exit the stall. The girl at the mirrors raises a brow at me, though her expression seems sympathetic. For real, because dude, if she's a girl, she's probably had a crazy ex before. Was that your partner? They sound clingy. For real. I give a nervous chuckle. She has no idea. I give myself a quick once-over, smoothing out the wrinkles in my clothes and brushing my hair back from my face. Okay, time to leave before Liev thinks I've been kidnapped or something. I step out of the bathroom, trying to ignore the pounding of my heart. Terrell, you're back. Ugh, gross. I thought I asked you to wait. It's already violating your boundary. And it's the first fucking date. That's a great sign. I just couldn't. You were gone for so long and I thought you'd run away or something happened to you and I was so scared and my feelings are the only ones that matter. Without warning, he pulls me in for a bone-crushing hug that knocks the air out of me. That's fucking frightening. Don't leave again, okay? You can always tell me that's bothering you. You can always tell me what's bothering you. I can only nod against his shoulder. At the very least, I believe that. I'm okay. I can take care of myself. You didn't need to run all the way here. I'm sorry, I was just really worried. If anything happened to you. Sighing, I reach out to pat him on the head. His hair is silky soft between my fingers and smells faintly of vanilla. I'm fine, alright? I was just trying to calm down before getting in line. He gasps at the contact, but nods, closing his eyes and nuzzling my hand like a cat. That is cute. It takes everything in me not to find it adorable. I nudge him away and he looks disappointed at the loss of contact. Let's just go, okay? Okay. At least he apologized, but it's not exactly nice to know that your date can't even be away from you for more than 5 minutes. Again, it probably has to do with what he told me earlier. It's not entirely his fault. I mean, it is his fault for not restraining himself. I mean, you gotta get some fucking therapy or something, my guy. Like, it's just, anyway. This is a game, though. It doesn't make it any less creepy, though. We make our way back to the rides, me with my plushie in a death grip. Ready to go? Ready as I'll ever be, I guess. If anything happens, you know what to do. Actually, can I ask you a favor? Anything. I hope I don't sound weird, but can you talk to me while we're in line? Just about anything other than the ride. You sound like you're about to get a job. I know, but I really do want to go, if only so that I can prove that I'm stronger than this. That would just help. Yeah, of course I will. Thanks. We make our way to the end of the worryingly short line. I look at the people in front of us. How carefree and relaxed they seem. If only I could be like them. Then I could take this whole situation in stride. Then I would understand how to manage this date better. That is a lot of self-hatred. Do you like drawing? Truth be told, I'm a terrible artist. In bio, we had to draw different skulls, and someone thought my ape skull was a horse head. That's pretty funny. Yikes, that's kind of rude. I think it's fucking hilarious, but hey. I know, but I think I could see it. At least it wasn't for a grade, or else it would have been a problem. Liev continues to bring up mundane anecdotes to keep my attention on him, and before I know it, our conversation is interrupted by the ride operator. You two together? Ooh, lucky you. We have a couple seats left near the front. Ooh, that is not lucky, because if you're afraid of roller coasters, you want to be in the back. Wait, the front? Are there any closer to the middle? Or the back? Nah, sorry. Ride's pretty much full. Just great. Just peachy. Now I've really made myself look like a wimp. But it's too late to back out now, so I just nod in resignation. Liev threads his fingers through mine as we make our ways to the seats. You okay? No. Liev gives my hand a gentle squeeze, the warm pressure calming my heart rate, if only a little. It'll be over before you know it, alright? There is nothing to be scared of. I respectfully disagree, but The rational part of me knows he's right. We buckle up just as the operator passes by. They pull the handlebars down over our laps, and the reality of the situation begins to fully set in as I take a deep breath. I'm doing this. I'm really doing this. The train slowly, ever so slowly, glides up the incline. And then it stops right at the very top, along with the conversations around us. Ah, man, that sucks. Because I would honestly prefer the ones where it like doesn't fucking do that, because the stopping is the worst, because it just increases the anticipation. My hand is gripping Liev's so tight that it must have been painful for him, but when he glances at me, I only see concern. I grit my teeth, holding back tears. Not here, not now. And then we're falling. The air whips my hair out of my face. Everything is a blur. I feel like I'm gonna float out of the train. When we reach the bottom, I realize that I managed to keep in my scream. A quick glance at Liev shows that he's calm as ever, a placid smile never leaving his face. Another incline. I steel myself for the inevitable. I'm falling, floating. I laugh in pure exhilaration, closing my eyes. I'm not dead. Then the laughter turns into a scream as I'm turned upside down. Okay, upside down is a little much. I would not, I understand. I like roller coasters, but that would be a bit much. The train slows for a few moments. I don't dare open my eyes. And then we're moving through loops and hills and turns faster than I can think. My blood pumps in my ears. I can barely hear my own breathing among the sound of screams. At some point, some self-destructive instinct drives me to open my eyes. No, don't do that. You're going to make it worse. The entire park is visible from here. The awe of the view briefly overrides the crushing fear. But then we're falling again. The incline makes my heart skip a beat. What the hell? Are we going in a vertical line? To make matters worse, when we grip the bottom, the train begins to twist violently from side to side. I grip the handlebars for dear life, praying that my death would be quick and painless. My hand was practically fused with Liev's, with how tightly I'm holding on to him. His hold on me is just as strong, but a glance in his direction shows not a hint of distress on his face. Another loop, and another. So many that it makes me lightheaded. Then the train comes to a roaring stop. The world is out of focus for a few seconds. I barely register anything around me, can barely understand what Liev is saying, can barely feel the handlebars being lifted off. Only when Liev squeezes my hand do I come to. Hey, are you alright? It's over, you did it. I did. The floaty feeling remains as we disembark and collect our things. Liev's hand in mine keeps me upright as we make our way back to the main area. How was it? Did you have fun? I think I'm just glad I survived. You did great. You were so brave to face your fears like that. It's amazing, amazing. Normally this many compliments would have sounded kind of just disingenuous, but Liev is glowing with pride, a brilliant smile on his face. I find myself crumpling under his praise. Thank you. I'm so happy right now I could kiss you. Oh, too soon? Bruh, that look though. Well... sorry. I just want to celebrate. May I hug you instead? Why would you say no? What? I mean, even if he is like a creepy dude, I feel like after you... Anyway, hug him, say no. Obviously, we're gonna hug him. I open my arms invitingly. Before I know it, I'm clenched in his embrace, my head pressed against his shoulder and his arms wrapped securely around my waist. Words. I love you. I love you so much. Okay, like the amount of I love you is making me like have a, come to Jesus moment about just how fucking crazy this guy is. Like, it's the first date. It's the first date. You could have just said you really like them. I love you. 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 He's really scary with that expression. His grip tightens and he buries his nose into my neck, inhaling deeply. Oh, hell nah. Get off of me. Absolutely not. I have a really active imagination, so this is like making it even worse. I do my best to stay absolutely still, a lump catching in my throat. If I'd felt any joy from the hug, all that went out in the window in that moment. I've also been getting more into like the more horror aspects of visual novels lately, so this is like doing it for me on the horror aspect of just how fucking creepy he is, because he's really, really fucking creepy. He releases me slowly, as if it physically pains him to let me go. I really, truly wish I could kiss you. But for now, this is enough. Dude, if you kissed us, you'd probably take our fucking tongue out so you could just keep it forever, like the plushie. It's home time for you soon, isn't it? Thank God, yeah. That's right. With the ride over and done with, it's late afternoon. Using my phone, I check how long it'll be until the next train. Hopefully not that long. Damn it. I just missed the last one. It'll be 30 minutes till the next. Damn. Fucking goddamn it. Really? I mean, silver lining, right? There's lots of things we can do in that time. We could get ice cream or take photos or anything you want, really. Well, that garden was quite pretty and I'd like to sit down again. I kind of want to show the flowers to Mama. Is that good with you? No need to ask. Let's go, let's go. Taking my hand, Liev pulls me forward. He's getting more comfortable with doing stuff physically. And so we make our way from the rides area all the way back to the gardens. At Liev's suggestion, we take a shortcut. Oh no. This can't be good. Is this the sedative scene? It's decidedly less populated than I was comfortable with, but there were still a few good people strolling about. Besides, for all his talk, Liev hasn't actually done anything to cause anyone any physical harm. I'm still a little on edge about him, but he does keep his word. Well, he's manipulating you really well. Ah, this is nice. Don't you think so? Yeah, it's quiet and much needed after that ride. Don't think about that now. Just relax. Breathe in the fresh air. Unless something's on your mind. What do you fucking think? Uh-huh. No, I agree. I really needed this. Thanks, Liev. My pleasure. Okay, Chick-fil-A. We simply walk down the path in silence, listening to the birds and the grasshoppers chirping in the distance. It takes me a few seconds to notice that Liev is no longer beside me. When I turn, he's standing behind me, an unreadable expression on his face. This can't be good. Hey, can I ask you something? It's very important to me. Sure, what is it? Absolutely not, you cannot ask me, but I don't have a choice. Do you remember anything? Anything at all about... About what? Do we have frickin' amnesia or... Oh, doesn't let me go back. Fuck my life. Wait, let's just click history. Yeah, okay. Well, well, well. Look who it is. Oh, it must be the guys he got suspended. You have a lot of nerve showing your face. The stranger's eyes rake shamelessly over me and I fight the urge to cringe. Figured you'd have chicks all over you. They're suckers for the good boy act, eh? Nothing to say? You backstabbing piece of shit. Of course someone like you would sell us out. Do you have any idea what you put me through? The guy, who I now recognize as one of the bullies, swings a heavy fist in Liev's direction. But Liev smoothly dodges him, so fast the guy nearly loses his balance. Fucking coward. His friend lunges forward, arms out to shove him. Liev is sorry. Okay, I know how much work goes into visual novels, and it's a lot. A lot of people like to clown on them because they're like, oh, it's just a bunch of moving pictures and shit, but it is actually annoying to like code it. But part of me is just laughing really fucking hard at the imagery of them just sliding out from amongst each other. His friend lunges forward, arms out to shove him. Liev is faster, pivoting away and leaving him stumbling. What the hell? He's Spider-Man. Gripping his arm, Liev throws him aside as casually as if he were a ragdoll. The guy lands hard on his ass, utterly stunned. I open my mouth to tell him to stand down, to warn him of the one coming from behind, but Liev is already reacting. The guy hooks his arm around Liev's head to put him in a chokehold, but he ducks just in time, elbowing him in the nose hard enough to draw tears. Wow, he has plot armor. Then he kicks him in the solar plexus, knocking the air from his lungs and sending him to the ground. I wonder if the person who made this is like into martial arts. The last bully standing backs up, doing the smart thing and putting some distance between him and Liev. What's with you? Too busy sucking off the teachers to remember how to fight? But then he turns to me. Oh, I see. You want to impress your little lady friend. Well, I don't blame you. What's your name, baby girl? Baby girl. Kill me now. You really settled for him? I bet it was for the money. Is that really settling, though? You bullied me. Don't come near me. For real. Is that right? I'm so forgetful. Say, why don't you and I head back to my place? You can tell me all about it. What kind of line is that? What? And, ew. Can make it up to you all night long. I would rather jump in a fucking volcano. The bully laughs at the look on Liev's face. Oh, you're about to literally get your head cut off. Ooh, hit a nerve there? Oh, shit. Let me just hit the history for you guys who didn't see that because I read it, but Liev lunges at him, wielding a switchblade, eyes blazing with uncontained rage. Well, if it was America, it's really not that crazy to have a knife on you, but maybe in New Zealand, it's like a marvel. Like, it's a crazy thing. The bully freezes at the sight, looking like a deer in headlights. Fuck. For real. I was going to say that he's derailing all of her progress with Liev, but that's not really true. He wasn't going to change for shit. What should I do? Sure, I really didn't appreciate his comments, but at this rate, Liev will... intervene. Shit. Oh no, we lost an affection point. Fuck. Damn it all to hell. Ah, well. Back. What the? There is no back. I hate when creators do that. That's really not my... Oh, there's an autosave. Okay. Oh, man. I hate that. I hate that. All right. We're going to load and then I'm going to save it. All right, I saved it. Oh, if you do nothing... Oh, that's a bad choice. Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. But I intervened because who the hell's not going to intervene? Like, he's pulled a freaking knife, so don't intervene because that's what we originally picked. I'm staying faithful, no matter how much I want to just cheat. Freaking games. No. I run forward, reaching out to wrap my arms around Liev's torso. Don't do it. Please stand back. This won't take long. What? That's nuts. Okay, even if we lost an affection point, that is the right thing to do. I don't feel bad about it. Like, bro, you can't just stab someone because they're saying they're gonna fuck your girlfriend. Like, that's absolutely bonkers. His voice is sweet, laced with honeyed concern, but his eyes are cold and empty. But you can't kill them. What? Why? You hate them, don't you? You want them gone? He struggles to push me aside, but I tighten my hold, burying my face into his shoulder. I can change him. I know you're in there. It's like those high school fights where they're like, wait, Jason, I know this isn't you. You're different. You could do better. I'm not letting you go. This isn't going to achieve anything. Although, okay, I'm not really making fun of the MC because in actuality, they're like the biggest chance that there is for someone to stop the fight. The bully's friends look on in awe at the scene, and I feel like the protagonist in the climax of a cheesy telenovela, for real. I can't even find it in myself to be embarrassed. But this isn't about them. I just want Liev to understand the seriousness of what he was about to do. Those insects almost ruined your life. Just let me finish this. I don't like them either, but this isn't worth going to prison over, so please, just stop. Oh. Around us, the bully's fallen comrades regroup with their friend. Thankfully, they make no more moves to attack. Fuck this, we're out. Me too, take me with you, please. They take off down the path. Only when they've disappeared through the trees do I release Liev. They got away. He clutches the handle of the blade so tightly that his already pale knuckles turn marble white, but with a deep breath, he slides it closed and slips it back into his pocket. I don't understand at all. You're such a kind person, but you're allowed to be angry too. Why did you let them go? I know you only wanted to protect me, but there were other ways to do that. We could have called the police. Why did you have to go so far? Because I hate them. Hate. They were so awful to you, and yet they're running free when they should be dead. I can't really... Pardon my atrocious acting. But I didn't want you to kill them. I still don't, so please don't dwell on it anymore. Oh, even now. You really want to leave them alive? Yes, I do. It doesn't mean I forgive them, but you definitely freaked them out enough when you threatened them with the knife. Oh, right, he's got a fucking knife on him. A knife! Well, it's not that scary, you chop vegetables with it. I warily back away. He may have insisted that he would never harm me, and indeed it wasn't until the situation became dangerous that he tried to use it, but that isn't exactly convincing at the moment. Oh, no, please don't be afraid. I won't hurt you. I would never. I promise, I swear on my life I won't. Then give me the knife. Huh? Do you want me to trust you? Then prove I can. Give me the knife. His hand hovers over his pocket for a few moments, but he fishes out the blade, holding it out to me. I take it with trembling hands, gripping the hilt firmly. Thank you. Are you angry? Why would I be? I almost lost your trust. Almost made you hate me. Do you want to punish me? That is so sad. Wow, so she really was in the mark about it being a childhood thing. That is so fucking sad. What? His mother crosses my mind, and I immediately realize how this looks. No, I'm not angry, and I'm not going to hurt you. You did scare me, but thank you. Thank you for listening. I don't understand what it's like to be you, and I'll never know, but I know you don't do these things just for the hell of it. You're so kind. Too kind for this world. I wish I could protect you from all the bad things. All the time. It's interesting. I almost feel like in Liev's case, it's like he's projecting you onto himself somehow. Like maybe he used to be that kind person or something. But you're right in that you don't know what it's like. And you should never know. I would never, ever want to subject you to such a terrible thing. What? Liev turns away like he hasn't just said something extremely concerning. Doesn't matter. We've already lost a lot of time. Come on, we have to get going. Hold on, you forgot your knife. I'm giving back his knife without thinking. Well, this won't have consequences at all. You want me to have it back? Well, yeah, it's yours, and besides, I'm not well versed with that stuff. And I want to trust that you won't do anything else with it. I can do that, right? If Sorrel says so, then of course I won't let you down. He takes the blade, tucking it closed and slipping it back into his pocket. I try not to wince. My own decision led to this after all. That's crazy. What if, I feel like he would have had to have made a move at some point, but what if you never confessed, you know? We continued down the path as we had planned, with no mention of what had happened minutes before. Maybe we should have called the police, but we don't exactly have solid evidence against those guys. Liev seems too happy to forget about it. Liev seems happy to forget all about it, and honestly, I am too. I'm sure that they'll stay away from us from now on. Ooh, I can't wait to see what happens when they leave. The garden is even emptier than it was with my confrontation with Liev. Seems people are starting to go home for the day. Oh, if only I hadn't missed that train. I take out and check... forgive me. I take out my phone and check the time. Still 20 minutes left. Plenty of time to find some pretty flowers. Alright guys, this has been part 1 of Pulsatio Cordis. I hope you enjoyed. We'll be back soon with part 2 and all the endings. Catch you guys later.